Monkey, monkey. I don't normally shut my chickens up at night. It hasn't mattered too much. In the last several years, we have had some predator attacks, but not many. When we closed off the back area of our property for our bucks, that really did bring in more like skunks, raccoons, possums, that kind of thing, because it doesn't allow our livestock guardian dog Buster to really roam the perimeter like he used to be able to. So yesterday morning I came out here and one of our chickens was missing its head out in the corner over there. So I decided it's probably time for me to get into a routine of shutting them up at night and letting them out in the morning. Being able to leave them open full time, it was fun for the time, but it's not fun anymore.
I'm gonna let the sun shine in the day. I'm trying to make this darkness go away. I'll paint with colors and I'll sing until my lungs give out. I'm gonna let the sun shine in the day. And I will leave my windows open so that I can hear the sound of people talking, the wind blowing in the trees. Oh, I will open up my eyes so I can see the light. Try to spread my wings so I can fly. Oh, and the darkness starts to fade. Feels like things are gonna go my way. I'm gonna let the sun shine in the day. I'm gonna let the past be filled with smoke. And I will try to fix what has been broken. Take this weight off my shoulders, 'cause I know yesterday ain't coming back. I'm gonna let the past stay in the cold. I won't listen to the ocean. It's unsaid words get spoken, and I'll let my mind be carried by the breeze. Oh, I will open up my eyes so I can see the light. Try to spread my wings so I can fly. Oh, and the darkness starts to fade. Feels like things are gonna go my way. I'm gonna let the sun shine in the day.
That's it. It's in there, okay?
Oh, I will open up my eyes so I can see the light. Oh, and I'll try to spread my wings so I can fly. Oh, and the darkness starts to fade. Feels like things are gonna go my way. I'm gonna let the sun shine in the day.
I do have the freeze dryer growing. I do have the freeze dryer going. You can probably hear it. I think it's done. Yeah, it was just doing extra dry time, which these probably don't need a whole lot of that at all. I've got some calendula flowers up here and some spearmint. Gorgeous. Look at these flowers. Hang on. Oh my gosh. Is that not the funniest thing? I have never freeze-dried calendula before, and for some reason I didn't realize the petals would puff up like that. Oh, it's so funny. It looks like mostly just the orange ones did. I guess this yellow one did a little bit too. But you can see the other yellow ones on here. They're not as intense, but these ones were not as fresh, and that might have something to do with it. It's so gorgeous. Go. Interesting. That didn't taste spearminty at all. I know that when I've dried dill before, it's like dill loses all flavor, no matter how I dry it. So I freeze dill now. My peppermint had come out really good. I don't have peppermint anymore. My lemon balm kind of took over the peppermint area. Yeah, the peppermint is good. The spearmint tastes like nothing. That's disappointing. Another thing that I was disappointed by when I dried it was elderflower. I recently stuck elderflower in the dehydrator along with some rose petals. The rose petals came out great. The elderflower tea that I made from the dried elderflower tasted like spinach with honey. It just wasn't what I was looking for because elderflower has such an amazing flavor. The best way that I have found so far to capture the flavor of elderflower is to make an elderflower cordial, where you essentially make a fresh tea, like a super concentrated fresh tea on the stove top. It gets acidified a little bit, added tons of sugar. It's a concentrate. And then I have canned it in the past, and you just add maybe like this much to the bottom of a quart jar or a pint jar, add in either boiling or cool water, mix it up. It is so lovely. I have a lot of elderflower cordials saved up, and so I'm looking for ways to preserve the elderflowers this year that aren't going to compromise on the flavor. I know that the medicinal benefits are probably still there, even though it tastes like spinach when it's dried, but I have to want to drink it or to take it, and so I'll be experimenting a little bit more with elderflower this year because we've got lots of blooms, as we always do on this bush. Hi, Cheddar. Hi, Ched. Hey, sir. I promise before this vlog is over, we will see the ducks splashing around in their new little pond. But hello, good evening. Same shirt, different day. It was such a beautiful day out today, and you can see the gorgeous clouds that we have this evening. Some of the sunsets in Kentucky nearly rival those of Florida. It's kind of crazy. You wouldn't expect that. So we'll see if we get a nice show tonight. But I actually have quite a bit to harvest here in the greenhouse. So I think I will just kind of set you down and get to doing that, do a little bit of a montage. Really gotta watch our step now. There's a lot of clover out, which means there's a lot of honeybees doing their thing. I just looked at the rain, like whatever's fallen in the last bit, and we're actually almost 10 inches behind on rain for the year. We really didn't have much of a mud season to speak of Thankfully, the clover and things are still doing well. I'm holding off on mowing the lawn this week because I want the bees to have access to all this clover that's here. Just gotta watch our step. There. We've got the ducks in the water. They make it messy really fast. They got fresh water just a few hours ago. They're shy, I tell you what.
Somewhere. Oh, there it is. Wow.
They're following you. they must think you have something.
They've been following me. I don't know why.
Oh, maybe I should check and make sure their feeder's working. But Levi is out here working on the permanent fence for the wiener pen. You can see what's happening here. It's connected to our pig pasture. It's just gonna come out here and then scoot down to the edge of the barn. Oh, I forgot that's how we do the thing.
What?
I forgot we did that with a PVC to help everything slide along.
Yeah. Part of my problem right now.
Yeah.
This is a pretty new 330-foot roll of fence, and it's heavy.
It's heavy. Do you want the hand truck? Will that be helpful?
The stupid tire needs to be inflated.
Oh, it's always something.
I need to just get more fix-a-flat and fix that tire.
Is Lufa trying to eat you?
No.
That's good. Lufa, you trying to eat my man? What are you doing? Look at her. Her ears are getting bigger. She's darn near Chloe's size right now.
Yep.
Wow. She's growing like crazy.
Growing like a pig.
Seriously.
Eating like a pig, growing like a weed.
Hey boys. Got at least one more pooper in here. Red's boys are the more recently weaned, so they haven't been exposed to coccidia till I move them in here. So they've got it now. We've just been treating. Par for the course, am I right? This is Red's little parrot mouth boy. See his face? It's a little hard to tell without me grabbing him, but his jaw is misaligned, so that's why he's going in the freezer. See if I can show you through the fence. Maybe not. But I do have pictures of him I'll put on the screen. You guys are so nosy. Yeah, it's Grady. I love you too. You're okay. All right. Whoop. Here we go. You'll be better soon. It's actually a pretty hot day today, so I pulled in the extra fan that we have to help keep our rabbits cool. Since they're due in just a couple of days, sausage is due, I think on Wednesday, and so is Beto. That fan is helping, isn't it? She wants a snack. Okay, darling. And feed those babies. I was actually looking at her the other day laying down. You can't tell that she's heavily pregnant, but she is. And I was seeing the babies move on her side. It's hard to tell with the way she is now. But that fan is making a really big difference in the airflow in here. I have a little flow fan up there that's mounted, and it actually has quite a lot of draw, but the big one helps a lot too. And I can point that big one straight at the rabbits, and it's nice. We've stretched fence a few different ways on our farm. What are you doing, pole by pole this time?
Yeah, I think it's the easiest for the short little area.
Yeah.
And not being able to get the tractor or anything in easily. And then before I tighten it, I'll pull on the specific line I'm trying to connect.
So it's still a little wobbly on this side. You're gonna tighten it?
What it'll do to tighten it is push the T-post towards the anchor point. And then once I get my clip tightened down, in theory, the T-post should spring back and pull it tighter.
Nice. So if we have the horizontals sitting on top of these T-post nubbins when the goats step on the fence for any kind of reason, to get out, to get cookies, whatever, that nubbin will help support the weight. The type of fencing that you have doesn't always line up with one of the nubbins, but as long as the one's lower down, for goats especially, this is where they're going to be putting the most weight. Up here, it doesn't matter as much. My nugget. Let's go. He's scared of the electric fence. Yeah, we just don't touch it. Okay? Yeah, he ran back to the house. Nuggie, come. Come on. Come on, good boy. Come on. Come on. Come on. It's okay. Yes, it's okay. That's a pretty big gap. Do you want one of my little poles?
Something.
Yeah, hold on. I had to do a little bit of gap filling over here too, but that's the weenie pen. Yeah, that should work.
Think it'll deter a cat?
Yes, I do. The main reason that we put the fence around the kids' garden was to keep the cats out, and it is working really well. They could easily climb this and go into there. The thing is, they've got so much more free space to go. They don't really have a reason to go in here, so it's not like they have incentive to climb. They could probably get under that gate too if they wanted to, but again, there should really be no reason for them to weasel in there. It's just not worth the effort, you know? Good morning, happy Thursday. We are going to go down to the barn and count the new baby bunnies that were just born this morning, but I have the freeze dryer loaded again, and this was a little bit of an experiment. We unloaded the freeze dryer earlier in the video, and the spearmint is really disappointing. I was speaking to a couple people. One person said it's because that menthol is an alcohol and that can dissipate pretty quickly. And I also was thinking, I know that when you add essential oils to something like soap, you need to have the temperature not be as high, because the higher temperature can basically destroy the oil. So one or the other, I think, went wrong with the situation. So what I did in this batch is actually lower the dry temp. Yes, it's a freeze dryer, but it does heat up. First, what it does is it super cools. I have this set to super cool down to -20, and then actually each tray will heat as the vacuum kicks on, and that is part of how it sublimates the water out of the food itself, as it basically goes from ice to a vapor instantly while skipping the liquid water part of it, and then the ice itself collects on the outside of the drum inside the freeze dryer. Previously I had my dry setting at 125 degrees, and I know that with herbs that is actually too high, so I've set it to 90 degrees, hoping that we can improve the flavor of not only this but also dill. I have a lot of dill in the garden, and I have not been able to dry that very well, and hopefully we've retained some dilly flavor too. Condensation. Oh yeah, and I also have elderflower in here. because I did put elderflower in the dehydrator. I had my dehydrator at the lowest setting, and I tried to make some elderflower tea, and it tasted just like the spearmint. Basically, it tastes like spinach with honey, which is not what I'm looking for. I think I mentioned that in the beginning of the video. I'm hoping that we've also improved the flavor of the elderflower. Here's one tray of elderflower. Beautiful. They smell good still. That's a good sign. And then I also did freeze dry some more of the calendula flowers. This is basil. I did a little bit of red clover here. And this is lemon balm. Moment of truth with the spearmint at a lower drying temp. There it is. That's the answer, the lower drying temp. Man, I've got high hopes for the dill. Yep, that was the problem all along. That's really exciting. So yeah, the settings on this were -20 for the freeze temp and then 90 degree for the drying temp, and we maintain flavor in both of these herbs that apparently have kind of a delicate flavor to hang on to. That's cool. Now I'm really excited to take the elderflower out. First things first though, these are the calendula flowers that we took out in the beginning of the video. You can see how big and beautiful they are. This is the difference between a freeze-dried calendula flower and then dehydrated. There's probably the same amount, maybe even a little bit more, of the flowers that I dehydrated, and they shrunk up quite a lot, but I am going to just combine them. And I'm going to repurpose that jar, whoops, for the dill that actually turned out good. It's basically one big mat right now. I'm gonna crumple it all together, stems and all. I can still smell that dilly flavor. This is so exciting. I love dill. It's my favorite herb. The spearmint moved over. I'm probably just gonna feed this to the chickens. We still have plenty of spearmint growing, so don't worry. It's not a waste, it just becomes eggs. Here are the rose petals that we set out to dry in the beginning of this video. I've been collecting a lot of them. I am going to infuse some oil with these later. I might even try to directly infuse some tallow, but really when I make tallow balm, I use olive oil as sort of a way to make the tallow a little bit more fluid, a little bit more lotion-like, and so infusing these into either castor oil or olive oil works really great. That's the plan for all the calendula too. The cinnamon basil, lemon balm, and red clover. I think I'm actually just going to crunch all of this up together and essentially have a little mini batch of a tea blend. There, like that. That smells incredible. So here are the elderflowers that I put in the dehydrator. There's quite a lot of them in here. They shrink up a lot. But again, it smells a lot like spinach and it tastes like spinach. Spinach with honey does not taste good. So let's try these. Now, one of the secrets to getting the best flavor out of your elderflower is to make sure you pick it before rain, not after, and that you pick them when there's quite a lot of pollen still on the flowers. I took a picture of these flowers on the day of harvest. You can see all that lovely yellow pollen. That's really where your flavor is. Now, I did put these in here still somewhat attached to their umbels. The stems of the elderflower are toxic, but the flowers fall off really easily. So this is gonna be a little bit fiddly, but I do want to compost these and not put too many of them in the tea. Some of them will probably fall in. That's not a big deal, but we don't want to be intentionally ingesting, large pieces of stem. You can just pinch them and they fall right off. When I have made the elderflower cordial, which so far is my favorite way of preserving elderflowers, you put this whole thing in boiling syrup and cook it down. And when you cook the stems, the toxin gets cooked out, but freeze drying doesn't cook it. So these haven't had the toxins cooked out. And adding the hot water to your tea, it's gonna help some, but it doesn't boil for 2 minutes. And for those of you that are a little bit nervous hearing about toxins and all that, a lot of stuff that is toxic, it's really just gonna cause like a digestive discomfort. It's not like you're gonna keel over if you have too many stems in your tea. Not that I would eat, you know, a whole ton of them, but it's not gonna just take you out. Okay, before I go any further, I want to make sure I'm not wasting my time. So I've got some hot water here with some honey in it. Then I've got my little tea strainer basket. And we will let these steep and make sure that this tastes good. It does smell better. I can actually smell the flower instead of just green. This is better. I'm actually getting a little bit more floral than with the dehydrated. Like, it doesn't taste like straight up spinach, but it pales in comparison to the elderflower cordial. So I think as far as like an elderflower beverage, I'm just gonna stick to the cordial. So I think what I'm gonna do is actually leave the elderflowers that are on the plant and let it make the berries, and then I'll harvest those, and I'm going to experiment with elderberry wine coming up this fall. Hey, look, I got a volunteer squash over there. That's exciting. I love me a good compost volunteer. Well, has someone not fed you this morning? Shame. So here is Beto, the Californian's litter. Beto is the oldest rabbit that I have in my rabbitry, and I am phasing out of my Californians in favor of our silver foxes. The Californians have just been a little bit too much rabbit for me. They need a little bit more intensive breeding in order to keep a trimmer body condition, because once they get fat, it's so hard for them to trim up, and when they get fat they don't produce as well and they can overheat, and we're just having some problems, which I think it's mostly a me problem. So I needed to switch to a breed that was a little bit more suited for the way that I like to run things. Anyway, having said that, my daughter already came down here, and we know that there are 7 babies in Beto's litter, which is pretty good for my Californians. I know that's not a lot, but I'm happy with 7. My daughter Addie came down and said that there are 6 black babies, fat and happy, and she did say there's 1 pink one, which is probably going to be white. I'll have to put on the screen who I bred Beto to, because these are black. I know it wasn't my Californian buck. It was. Do you guys remember? I'm just now, this second, remembering what happened. We bred Beto to my Rex buck, and she only lifted once, and so then I stuck her in with Bucky, who is my Californian, and so we have a mixed sired litter, and I think only one of them is Bucky's, which is funny. Guys, why are you so squeaky? A little hard to see in the lighting in the barn. But we have 6 of the dark babies, which are out of my Rex buck, and then we have the 1 pink, or 1 white. Albinism is recessive, and so you need 2 copies of the gene in order for it to be expressed. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. I literally had forgotten that we did that until just now. I mean, I would have seen it in my notes when we double checked, but it's neat to see that. Very happy and bouncy popcorn babies. I'm gonna put them back. Actually, Addie had said that the 6 black ones were back in the nest, and this one was in the front of the nest with something on its face, and she said it wasn't breathing. Well, she cleared off its face and warmed it up. Lo and behold, a living bunny. She did a good job. His color is really great, so he'll probably be all right. All right, next up we have Sausage's litter. Sausages are a pretty mutt rabbit that we gave treats to a couple days ago. She was bred to my silver fox buck, Paul Bunyan. This is his first kit that we will have seen. Got black, but that white stripe on its face. Got some white toes too. Chunky monkey. Gorgeous broken. Another broken. This one looks all black to me. Broken. Another one that's all black that has some white on its nose and a little stripe on the top of its head. Cute. I love the little color patterns that they can get. That might be it. I think we just have 6. Sausage is known for much larger litters, but this is, again, that buck's first litter, so I am quite happy with how they look. And of course, Sausage is a good mom, so they're fat and happy. Nothing to do with it, huh? Some of my rabbits take treats really well. Some rabbits only take some treats. Most of them will eat carrot tops very readily. Look at her. You can't have too much, so I'll get you some more later. This rabbit, this is one of my silver foxes. She won't eat hay, but she will eat greens. Anyhow, that's what I got for you this week. I am going to be filming a garden tour this weekend, and all of this rain really has made all of the plants explode, to include the weeds. If you have not caught up on our garden tours yet and you would like to before Tuesday, I'll put the playlist up here.